Okay, so hello everyone, it's Beaute87 here, and today we're going to do a battle of the situation. Now, that's a super old battle, but I figured since this was still on sale, some people might be interested in getting it. I want to show you that you don't really need it because it's terrible. This is the Natasha Denona Tropic palette. This is like the worst Natasha Denona palette I have ever tried. Like, if you're my skin tone, don't expect these colors at the top to last on your skin at all. And then, like, this middle row, obviously, people my skin tone are most likely using. The only reason I wanted to try it was this bottom row, and this bottom row is terrible. But then I thought about it. I was like, I didn't even need to get this palette because look at this bottom row. It's exactly the same as that one. It just doesn't have, like, the light purple shade. It has a dark purple and a shimmer instead. The color on this row is damn near exactly to that one. And if you want to use this as your, like, purple shade or whatever, you can. So what we're going to do is we're going to compare both of them and see how they work. So I'm going to use all the shades in the bottom of both of these palettes. And we're going to see how that works. But y'all know it's fine with me because I love blues and greens and purples. So the bottom row of this palette just spoke to me based upon that alone. But the quality of it did not. It was absolutely terrible. Where is my brush? Put on my eyeshadow primer. Where is it, child? I just had it. I was going to use my, Sonia Kashuk brush to put on my eyeshadow primer instead of my Heat Cosmetics one I normally use. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, it rolled underneath my leg as usual. That's what happens a lot of the time. I'll be looking for stuff and I'm like, oh crap, where did it go? And then I'm like, oh, it rolled underneath my leg. How about that? But yeah, so I'm just gonna take my primer potion. I mean, not primer potion, my ABH eyeshadow primer. And again, I don't know what's going on with this stuff because it's like nobody has it in the regular size anymore. Everybody only has it in the mini size. So I'm like, are y'all stopped making it and you just didn't tell anybody or what? Because it's like, it's my favorite eyeshadow primer to use. So it's like, I need to know, do I need to be trying to hoard it and buy a whole bunch of it? Or are they just going to start exclusively selling it on their website? Because I looked at Ulta and they didn't have anything but the mini. I looked at Sephora and they didn't have anything but the mini. Then I went to another website and they had the big one, but it had sold out along with the mini. I think it was Beautylish when they had their Memorial Day sale. Like, that had sold out. So I was like, where do I get this product? Because it's like impossible to find. I don't know. It's driving me insane. Because we're just going to start off with the Natasha Denona eye. Get her out the way because, y'all, it's just terrible. It's awful. Okay, so I'm going to start off with, let me see. Let me look at this other palette again real quick so I can kind of have my ideas already made up in my head. I think I'm going to use the blues. So they have Bluebell in this one, and then it has like Laguna in the other one. So I'm gonna start off with Laguna, and then I'll figure out from there what I want to do. I'm probably gonna use, because I want the looks to be able to be halfway decent and cohesive, because I do have to go to the store and other places, and like I'm not gonna be wearing sunglasses in the grocery store because I got on 2 different eye looks. So anyway, I'm gonna start off with Laguna right here. And I'm just tapping it in first before I start blending it out, because I'm hoping that I can build up the color, because I know the other colors were trash. I'm figuring this one is trash. At least for people my skin tone was trash. So. But in all fairness, I did use the Hourglass eyeshadow primer with that one, as opposed to using, you know, a primer that would hold on to color. So that might have been what happened. But I was trying to test that out because it had first came out, and I figured people were interested and intrigued by it. So I know I was. Tap a little bit more on there. And I think I'm going to use the green shimmer on the lid and then use the mint frost color in the inner corner. So I don't know what I'm going to use as far as the inner corner color on the other side. I might just have to use mint frost on both of them, because the Ace Beaute Slice of Paradise palette does not have that color. See, y'all, I feel like it looks patchy as I'm blending it out. Come close so y'all can see. See, I feel like all up in here looks patchy as I'm blending it. It's like blending away to nothing, so. And just might as well just take it all over the front and the top as well. So, And like I said, I didn't plan on doing this video at all. My only thing was, I was like, well, you know, it's on sale and some people might be tempted by it. I don't want you, if you my skin tone, to be tempted by it and think you can do something with it. you can't. It's going to look really patchy, and it's not going to be flattering on our skin tone. And I'm just basically doing this video to show you so you don't waste your money like I did. I mean, I got it at 50% off, which I still think isn't that great because the quality isn't there compared to like the other one she has, but you know. Anyway, this is what it's looking like right now. I was thinking about taking a brown color to dust over the top of it so it won't look as much, I mean, as blue, but if I remember correctly in this palette, it didn't, none of the colors worked out well for my skin tone. I'm still going to dip into fake tan just a little bit and see if we can like dust over and do something, but from what I remember, the other colors in this palette didn't do anything. And this is a Sigma E40, and before then I was using the Sigma, what do you call it, Detail Diffuse Crease Brush. That's one of my favorite brushes from Sigma. As y'all know, I love me a good Sigma brush. I've been trying to get into rougher brushes though, because Mel Thompson uses a lot of those, and her and Kelsey and all of them talk about how nice they are. And they have a concept store where you can get them for 50% off. So like when I can, I do, but I don't just, you know, buy them. Okay, so we got the blue on this side. Let's take the blue on the other side, and then we're going to the next step. So with this one, we're going to take the color I told y'all, like Bluebell, that one right there. And then I'm going to mix, not mix, I'm going to, God, make the same shape on the eye. And then I guess we'll use the green in here, Dove, Fruit Dove, and that's the one we're going to put on the lid. Y'all know I love me a blue-green eye look, so it's definitely not an issue for me. And I'm trying to debate, like, should I just declutter this palette out of my collection because I think it's so horrible? Or should I just hold on to it? Because the matte isn't that bad. I just heard the shimmers on the bottom are trash. So I'm like, we're going to find out because I didn't touch those shimmers. I touched the ones closest to the top. I wasn't really impressed by those either, though. So, you know. Okay, so let's get into the Bluebell color. Where's my... Don't tell me I'm sitting on it again. Oh, yeah, I am. Okay, so let's get into Bluebell and start pressing that on. I'm hoping they're close enough to the same color to where I can pull this off, because right now I'm like, I don't know. Okay, yeah, wow, they are really close. I mean, I feel like Bluebell is a little bit lighter, but you know. Only thing is, I'm not necessarily a huge fan of the formula of these palettes. I feel like the mattes are just really thin. So, I mean, like, if you're fine with working with thin mattes, I would definitely recommend this one over Natasha Denona one. Not to mention this is a black-owned brand, so definitely stand with them. And that's why I have kept this palette around, because in my video, y'all saw, I mean, y'all haven't seen yet, but I said I was going to, like, declutter it or whatever. Because I had other colorful palettes I liked, and I don't like the formula of this, but at the same time, I always have a problem, like, decluttering, like, black-owned brand things. And as you can see, this one's blending much easier and getting way better color payoff. There's no patchiness in sight with this color on this eye, opposed to the Natasha Denona, who charging $129, but I'm not getting any patchiness or anything when it comes to this formula right here. See, look, where you see patchiness. I don't see no patchiness, but you see all the patchiness up in there and in my crease, so. I'm going to take this brush and just, I'm going to take the light pink flamingo shade, since I don't have a darker shade in here, and lightly dust it over here just so we can kind of like smooth out the edges of the blue on this side like I did on the other side. But I mean, I'm literally like, I think I just tapped into it like once, and then I'm dusting over the top because I want it to be smoothed out, but I don't necessarily, you know, like the color I have to use. We just gonna use what we got and make it work. So I had planned on using the purples and stuff in here, but then I remembered that the purples in that one weren't that much, so that's why I have on the lipstick I have on. I was gonna be purple, blue, and green today, which is always fine with me. So let's swatch both the greens and see how that's working out. So in the Natasha one is Exotic. And then in this one is Fruit Dove. So that's what they look like. They look pretty similar to me. Let's see, swatch. But the Fruit Dove is way more pigmented than the Natasha Denona one. I have a feeling I'm going to have to build up Natasha a lot. So we're going to start off with her, since that's going to be what takes the most amount of work. And then we're going to go in with the Fruit Dove color last. So let me get my Bretman Rock brush. And I'm hoping I don't have to wet the brush to get like intensity, but I have a feeling I'm going to have to. We gonna see. Okay, yeah, y'all see right now I'm gonna have to wet this brush because this minimal pigment that I'm picking up on the brush is not a vibe at all. I feel like you'd have to pack and pack and pack and pack and pack and pack. And then come back and pack some more. Then go take a water break and then come back and pack before you get the pigmentation you want if you don't wet this brush. So I'm just going to like carve out the way I want the eye to look with the shimmer. And then we're going to go ahead and wet the brush to get, you know, the pigmentation I'm looking for. Cause I feel like I'm going to be sitting here a while if I do that. Whereas you saw the Beaute one just came through and the clutch was like, look here. Natasha, this is how you do it. And we ain't charging $129 to do it. So how about that? Okay, so I'm gonna load some up on a brush and then we just gonna use this e.l.f. Setting spray to wet it, and hopefully it'll get me to where I want to be. Okay, so I've piled that much on the brush and now we're gonna wet it. And I sprayed it a couple times, and let's see if I can get the foil look I was hoping for. And can I still feel like I'm not getting the intensity I wanted? And I wet the brush, so what the hell? Been in the store looking crazy as hell, because one eye gonna be super shimmery and sparkling, the other one just gonna be like dull. So I don't know what's going on with the Safari palette, but like I noticed, like they said it's no longer available at Sephora, so I don't know if they're like phasing it out because it was limited edition and they're getting rid of it now, or what's happening. But that's the one I actually liked. Okay, yeah, see y'all, it's not giving me the opacity I wanted, and y'all saw I put on quite a bit on the brush and then set it, and then I had already carved out the eye ahead of time to do it. So that's why I'm saying, like, if you my skin tone, you don't need this palette. It's like, you see all the work I'm doing just to get the minimal amount of color and coverage I am getting, and it's patchy. That's why I went so high into the crease, because I felt like it looked patchy there. So I was like, if we put the shimmer up higher, then maybe nobody will see how patchy it is. Whereas with this one, I'm not gonna have to do that. I mean, I am, just so the eyes will look even, but the point is I'm not going to have to do it. Like with the Natasha Denona side, I felt like I had to do it, or else I would just be out here looking crazy. So let's grab my other brush. I'm gonna take this e.l.f. Noir Nobella brush, and I'm going to go into the Fruit Dove color right here. We're gonna go ahead and put that on the lid just like we did with the other side. Now I don't know if I'm putting inner corner highlight in, just because I know, but see that, y'all? Now this is what I was talking about. Like, I may have to build this up once more, but it's like I don't feel like I'm gonna have to spray my brush to get the opacity I want out of the shade. Yeah, see, look at that sparkling shimmer after I put it on. This one looks way brighter and opaque, and I didn't even try as hard. Now, the Natasha shade is a little bit deeper, I feel like, but I feel like the shimmer payoff on the Ace Beaute side is way better. So don't be tempted by this sale item, girl. Don't buy it. Just go over there and buy the Ace Beaute palette. I mean, you can clearly see the difference. This one is shimmery and opaque, and it's not patchy. And this one, I had to do a lot of work just to get the same look with this eye. Are we gonna do an inner corner highlight? Let's see. They have that yellowy lemon shade, so I was thinking about just doing this one right here in the inner corner for this side, and then I just put the yellow matte on the other side. Or I might just put the yellow matte on both sides and then just put the shimmer on top, so that way they can look somewhat even. I don't know. Yeah, let's just do that, because it's like... So I'm going to take the yellow shade Daffodil in this one. That one right there. And put it in the inner corner of both eyes. And then we're going to go over it with the Natasha shimmer and see if that gives us anything. But... And I'm not going to build it up too much just because we're still putting the shimmer on top of it. I'm just trying to use it as a base shade, and maybe it'll help like the shimmer in that palette. Because from what I am experiencing, I feel like the shimmers in there aren't doing anything for me. So figure if I give it a base, then it'll have a little better time when the time comes to actually put the shimmer on. Yeah, so wipe some of this yellowy powdery one off my hand, and I need to get a makeup remover wipe, or like just a simple wipe, and wipe it off my hand before I leave, because otherwise I'm gonna be looking crazy. Then when I come back, I'm gonna do my what is it called? My Nabla Cutie palette review. So yeah, let's lightly rub this on top and see if that yellow base underneath it helps it. Yeah, I feel like the yellow base underneath it helped it, because I feel like if I hadn't put that there, you wouldn't notice this color as much, as mean as that is. I feel like the extra yellow from the Beaute palette is helping it pop. Okay, but y'all, so this is the finished eye look in this battle of the palettes. So tell me which eye you like better. I personally like the Beaute eye better. I mean, like the Natasha shimmer looks smoother, but I feel like as far as application, it didn't take nearly as much work with the Beaute eye as they took with this eye. So I'm gonna take a picture and you all can tell me which eye you like better. But anyway, I mean, I'll put a poll on Instagram or something like that. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, y'all are diamonds. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. I forgot, y'all. So I had some alternatives to the another alternative to the palette besides just the one we used. The Flare palette actually has a lot of similar shades in it to the Natasha Denona Tropic palette. In my opinion, to me, it's a brown girl friendly version of the Tropic palette, since the Tropic palette I don't feel like it's necessarily geared toward people my skin tone, based upon the like mattes that they put in here. Like, look at how light all these mattes are. And then look at this one. See, the Flare palette I feel like is geared more toward people my skin tone, so I definitely feel like you should check this one out, because this one just ain't doing it. Or you might be able to just buy both of the Beaute palettes. It'll still be cheaper than buying this one Natasha Denona palette, because I think both these would probably be like around the same price as this is on sale for 50% off, and you'll have like 2 palettes and the quality will be better. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'm actually done this time. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.